Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Bleav Crypto Show, where we talk about major crypto events that have happened over the last 24 hours, and we focus on trading. My name is Bleav, and I'm your host, so please do me the favor of hitting that like button, subscribe button, hit the bell to be notified of future content, and we're going to kick it off after this jump, and we are going right back to it's Christmas 2026 now.
It's your boy Bleav. Everybody listen up. Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket. That crypto wallet. That bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast, then again around bedtime. Bet this, it's not financial advice, but I'm always right. 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 I'm always right.
All right, guys, so it's time once again to figure out what is going on in this crazy ass crypto market. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you that you take the time to come check me out. Now, at 5 p.m. every day, we've got the top 5 at 5 news coming out, which tells you the 5 most major stories. I'm going to summarize those for you real quickly. Number 1 was this. It was a broad crypto market sell-off, which intensified Bitcoin trading around 93,000. However, that was not the worst part of it, or the best part of it, as they might say, because massive inflows into the crypto funds were still the law of the land. It was $2.17 billion, $1.55 billion of Bitcoin money flowing into the ETFs. This was the most since October. And remember, prior to October 10, we were at an all-time high. So what we were seeing right now, or what we are seeing right now, is a reversal and a move into the positive for everybody holding on to crypto right now. So the last couple of days have been drawdown days, and we don't really know why yet, but we do know that it's manipulation. That's the important part, is recognizing the manipulation. Now, in the other realm, we had this one pop up. Now, I put the dev token right here so that everybody could understand why I'm talking about this. New York Stock Exchange pushes for 24/7 blockchain-based stock and ETF trading with T0 settlement, which means instantaneous settlement. The only crypto that does that in the market at all is DevX. Now, that doesn't mean that they're using DevX, but it does mean that they've recognized the same problem and that they're going to address the same problem that Dev has already solved. And I don't know how that ends. Here's what I do know. It is my opinion that right now, I think that Dev is missing the boat in a lot of this, because they are the leading candidate for most people for T+0 settlement, which means instantaneous settlement. So there's no wait time before your transaction is settled. They're the only people that do that, and the fact that they are falling by the wayside day in and day out with no announcement of partnership, with no, it is probably, it's probably not the greatest of signs. Now, ultimately, from what I understand and from what I've been talking, and by the way, I do have to tell you, I have talked to Tom, I have talked to a couple people. They are all very bullish about what's going on with Dev. So they're not perturbed by any of this, but it is safe to say that I think that they have missed some of this boat. And will they catch back any of that market cap? Well, they haven't lost anything yet because they haven't done anything yet. So, I mean, we'll ultimately, we will see. Also, MicroStrategy is buying more. Michael Saylor is buying more. He now owns 687,000 Bitcoin, which is 3% of the total overall supply, which makes him one of the largest holders in the world. And then finally, tokenization and institutional outlooks all remain bullish for 2026. Now, the reason I put A.B. Bernstein down here is because A.B. Bernstein says, and they believe that we are in a great spot right now with markets, that we are going to have an absolute crazy bull run time, and that anybody who's sleeping on it right now is just simply going to miss that. This is where we are. This is what we're doing. So make sure you hit that like button on the way in. Thank you so much. That is your top 5 crypto update. And with that, we get into trading right now. Folks, if you have been following me and you've been setting this up and you've been doing it this way, then you've been reaping a reward. I've been doing pretty good for the last bunch of days by just taking these trades as they come. And by the way, I've only gone long. I haven't gone short on anything. So let me tell you where we are right now. So here we are. This is the move of the market since we had that rip above. Now, what I said was, what we would like to do is like to enter at 94,200. We didn't get the entry at 94,200. In fact, it came all the way down to 92,000. So 94,200 means that we have an opportunity at 92,600. So what I'm going to do, by the way, is I am going to go all in on this one. And I cannot get this. Folks, I set up the other day, I set up my, what do you call this goddamn thing? I deleted my, my camera and all the settings on my camera to try to default them so that they would stop. Because for whatever reason, it seems like I can't get this thing to stick. Like I set it right here, okay? Right here. This is it. This is where this is where it is. And guess what? When I come in the next day, I'm down over here. Like it just, I don't know what it is that I am doing wrong with this stupid thing. So whatever, we'll see. Anyway, so we're gonna go to futures over here. We're gonna pop in right now, and we are gonna take this. So we're only using $109. We're gonna go long on Bitcoin right now. We're gonna take this trade right now at 92,600, and I'm gonna pop that up to 100, and we're gonna go long. We're gonna take this one. I'm only doing 5x, by the way, just so you guys understand, which means my liquidation point is 74,528. Now, I don't think that we're going to go down that low. I don't think that there's a possibility going. And by the way, if I thought that we were going to go down that low, most likely I would not take this trade right now. But I do think that what we are going to do is have a very quick rally here. I don't think that we're done yet, and I think that by the end of this month, we're going to see some nice liftoff, and we're going to see some exit velocity. So market price right now, 92,739. So we entered, we got, and we started off in profit. So our average entry is 92,699. So now I did, by the way, lose one of these trades over the weekend. And what I did was, and this is a great thing, by the way, look, KCEX, I've talked to you guys for a long time about weeks, okay? But I want to talk about KCEX because if you DCA, it gives you your average DCA price. KCEX, to me, right now, is one of the better exchanges that there are, especially because it's non-KYC. But the important part to that is it helps you along the way. Now, for example, if I decide that I'm going to add a take profit and a stop loss here, and let's say that I think that we're going to go to 97,000. We're going to take it at 97,000, okay? And we're going to ride that up to 100%. No, we're going to do 97 right there. 100% profit is going to be 111,239. Do I want to wait that long? I don't. I'm going to stick with 97. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take, actually, you know what? We're going to do 98,000. We're going to take 98,000. And P&L right there is going to be that. It's going to give me a stop loss here of 90,844, which is going to be 10%. Now, guys, by default, this will set up a stop loss so that you are not getting over leveraged. What it's doing is it's triggering and saving your butt in this regard. Now, in the event that it breaks and it goes this way, I'm going to make 30 bucks off of it. Not a big trade. But if I lose, it's going to go down 10. I'm going to lose 10 bucks off of it. I'm going to confirm that. And basically what I'm saying is I think that we're going to 98,000 before we go down to 90,844. That basically is all I'm doing right there. So, and by the way, I don't know that that's going to be the case. We could still be in a manipulation event here. We could still be seeing some fallout from any of the problems that have been going on. If you look at today's total here, it was a red day. We had a nice little dip all the way down to 3.07 trillion. And yet here we are in what looks to be potentially a nice reversal. So let's now break this down and start looking at where are we and what are we headed for. So if we take this and zoom out, we're going to zoom out just a little bit because I want to get an idea of the volume profile so that I know what it's looking like. And right there, you can see where we crashed down over here into that 92,000 range. There seems to be a little bit of a region right there of support. And then right below that, you have 87,700. So the question now is going to be, where are we going in between those two? Let's lay this out right there. And then let's lay this other one out right there at the top of that range. Now let's remove that volume profile and let's look at it. This is what it's looking like right now. This is the way that it appears to be going. Here's what we got. We got to move from the bottom all the way up to the top. Now the question is, are we going to break back down to the bottom? And the second part of this is trend line. Look at that trend line, seems to be in an upward fashion. Now, if I'm looking at it from that context, I'm saying it's not going to break down. If I look at it from this and kind of tighten that groove a little bit, then guess what? It looks like, if I'm touching as many data points as I possibly can, it looks like we've kind of broken through and used it as a bounce area a couple of times for a rebound. And we're on it right now for another rebound. That next rebound, of course, puts it up at 98,162. Let's, where's that? 97,913. So we're gonna move that down just a tiny bit to 97,900. We're gonna go back over here. 98,000. Well, you know what? We're going to stick with 98,000. We're just going to leave it right there and let it ride and see what happens from that spot right there. Okay, but we are up right now, so feeling pretty good about the day so far. Now let's look at Ethereum and let's talk about what I thought was going to go on here. I do think that we're still in play right here for that breakout. Now, problem with this is we haven't broken down like this while the rest of the market has been breaking down. Ethereum not breaking down nearly as much. So Bitcoin lost $5,000 in value in the last couple of days. Ethereum, not so much. Ethereum lost about $100. If you look at Bitcoin to Ethereum, you see the same pattern emerging, but while Bitcoin had a steady decline over here, Ethereum traded sideways for a couple of those days until it got active. And by the way, I think it's pretty, like, we should look at this. This happened over here over the course of 2 hours. That's the kind of low rent stuff that Jane Street and Wintermute, that's what these guys are doing. Okay. So what are we looking at from the longer time frame here on Ethereum? Let's get that back onto the screen here. So I want a volume profile one more time so we can see exactly where we are. And it looks like, listen, I think that we're fundamentally not going to change anything about what we're doing here. The question now is, what direction are we headed? And let's remove that. And then let's look at it from this context, because guess what? It got a little bit crazy here. And guess what? It looks like we're still ready for, let's remove this and let's remove this. Now, there's always a possibility of a breakdown to the bottom of this range. We're going to turn that view profile off one more time. But it looks like to me that we got a lot of upside momentum getting ready to happen over here on Ethereum. Now, when I say that, let's also look at a couple of different things. We've had this move back down here. Money flow to the out, which, by the way, the last time that happened for a couple of days. And then boom, we had another significant run. So I'm looking for the same thing to happen this time. RSI is right around 50, which means that it's neutral, which means that up or down either way is going to, you know, yeah, one way or another, we're going up or down. Now the Fear and Greed Index is back down after a dump day to 32, which means, again, if I'm taking a shot if I'm taking a shot, then my shot would be buy Bitcoin at 30, sell at 70, wherever 70 ends up being. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold on to it, and we're going to see what happens over there. Now, as far as buys go, look, this is your entry position right now. So if you haven't already and you're looking for a long position, log into KCEX. Take a 5x long on Ethereum right now at 31.85 right now. I got a feeling that that's going to be a profit maker. I got a feeling that we're going to have a breakout on Ethereum coming very, very soon. There's a lot of smart people looking at Ethereum thinking that there's going to be a massive move. So they're not all doing that for no reason. Also, by the way, I got to point out, my XRP trade, I took 10% profit the last time. I just did the same thing again a little while ago, which is why I have the money right now, because I made a couple $100 off of it. So now I left $100 in there in order to make this new trade with Bitcoin. So that's why I'm doing that. That's why it's going on right now. So we'll see what happens right there. Do the morning show again, according to Steve. I'm not going to do that. Morning show for those of us that work is good. You know, maybe I'll run this one as a repeat or something like that. But just, you know, guys, I just don't have any interest in. I'm not growing. The channel's not growing in the morning at all. So I'd rather it die in the evening than me have to get up and wake up in the morning just to, you know. I mean, again, this is probably my fault for not doing some things that maybe I should have done earlier to try to attract new viewers and eyes and stuff like that. I mean, maybe it's on me, but there's just there's no lane there for me on that morning show. So I can't get anybody away from Crypto Lifer. I can't get anybody away from Cryptos Are Us. I can't get people to stop staring at Randy Hipper's hips. I don't guess hips. I don't. So there's nothing for me to do there. You know what I mean? There's just, I don't have a lane there. So, and I tried. I could move it to 11 a.m. or something like that. It just doesn't feel comfortable. I like what I'm doing right now. The 5 at 5, I like that. And then 6 o'clock, we're here talking about trading instead of all the crypto. And by the way, don't forget this, risk-based gaming and prediction markets are all the rage. And that's where TerraCasino.io comes into play. Guys, the smart money is in TerraCasino.io. Are you smart right now? If you do, you already got a login. If you're not, wait. Risk-based gaming and prediction markets are all the rage, and that's where TerraCasino.io comes into play. Guys, the smart money is in TerraCasino.io. Are you smart right now? If you do, you already got a login. If you're not, it's time to smarten up and get yourself a login. Go to TerraCasino.io and sign up today. Link in the description down below and start your risk-based gaming adventure right now. If you're trading meme coins or utility coins, TerraCasino.io is your place for risk-based gaming. Folks, the reason I had you wait is because I forgot. I have a new ad. TerraCasino.io is your place for risk-based gaming. Folks, they just gave away $2,000. They're giving away $100 a day. They're also giving away $200 in weekly free rolls and 125,000 euros from now until March 29. So sign up today. Folks, if you're trading any sort of meme or utility coins on the Terra Luna Classic network, the #1 place to go is Terraport.finance. They have over $30,000 in volume daily, far exceeding any other competitors. Make sure that you sign up at Terraport.finance, connect your wallet, and start trading today. You can even buy the Believe meme coin. Folks, if you want to track your trades, trackmytrades.ai helps you do all that and more. You can actually see the trades that I've been making so far. I'm up $143. I have a win rate right now of 100%. I know it won't stay that way, but I'm tracking my trades using trackmytrades.ai. There's a link in the description down below. Folks, the best trading indicator that I know of right now is Crusader Signals. It gives you all you need to know about what's going to happen in the market next. And in fact, as it applies to Terra Luna Classic, all it's doing right now is giving you buy signals. That last pump that we got, that enormous one that was caused when Ian went on stage with his Terra Luna Classic shirt, all of that pump right there, it didn't even give a sell signal. That's the level of confidence it has in Terra Luna Classic right now. If you are interested, you should certainly go check out Crusader Signals Indicator in the description down below. It is a paid model, but it is worth every penny of it. All you have to do is have the strength to just buy and buy and buy and let the chart do the rest. It's not financial advice, but I'm always right. All right, guys. So now, just so if anybody is wondering, by the way, Trump yesterday had a press conference and he said grocery prices are starting to go rapidly down. Rent is down. Airfares are down. Hotel rates are down. Cell phone prices are down. None of this is true, by the way. None of this is true. Grocery prices are not starting to go rapidly down. Rent is down. Rent is down 1%. So we should acknowledge that. Airfare is not down. Hotel rates, they go up and they go down based on holidays. They're not down overall. Cell phone prices are not down at all. And then right here, according to the St. Louis Fed, grocery prices have risen. According to the, you know what? Let's take that one more step here. Rent is now higher according to the St. Louis Fed. Airfare is down slightly. I got them backwards. Rent, I think, was down 1% though. Like, I feel like I saw something about rent. Cell phone subscriptions are now higher. Cell prices have been unchanged in 2025, are expected to rise significantly in 2026, according to Reuters and Apple insiders. So listen, guys, you can be in the bubble, but be honest, okay? I have a debate with a friend of mine. He was a burner, a major Bernie fan, ended up becoming a Trump supporting flag wearer, turned on a dime all of his principles. Now, say what you want about what your principles are and have they shifted or not. He did a paradigm shift on everything in order to fit into the MAGAverse, if you will. And I told him, look, you don't have to argue with me. Just go to your grocery store, take a picture of the prices. That's all you have to do. And then we'll just debate the prices. You tell me how everything is cheaper. You let me know. And since then, he's done nothing but rage at me nonstop. I mean, nonstop. All I asked him to do, just take a picture. So then every time he rages at me for the last couple days, I've just been like, dude, where's the picture? Just take a picture. Show me where the prices are down. That's all I'm asking. Just show me where the prices are down. Because, and by the way, he lives in South Carolina, I want to say. So if the prices in South Carolina comes down, prices near me are going to come down eventually. So he's probably going to see it before I see it. So just show me the prices coming down, and then I'll shut up about it. But he's not doing that. He's not doing that. He's fighting with me. What does that mean? You guys know what the answer to that is. Anyway, Solana. Look, I would look at Solana the same way that I looked at the rest of them, that a reversal is in the air, but I could still see a move down here. Now, look, I gave you this. I said, right here is where we're going to kind of bounce, right? So guess what? Right where the circle is, that's exactly where we're bouncing right now. So if you set your buy order in that range right now, get ready, because I think that we're going to break up here. 157 is coming for Solana, coming up very, very soon. I think that one's on tap. XRP, look at XRP yesterday, all the way down to $1.84. Why did I take that long, or why did I like fuck that? Why? Because of that right there. And what did we see? We saw just an absolute, look, this is called manipulation, guys. We are in manipulation world, okay? And what happened was we came back down here, and guess what? We're going to probably run back up here to 206, 207. What I would look at right now is zoom out just a little bit. Are we still running hot over here? I mean, look at it from that context right there. We're still in an uptrend. If we're in an uptrend, if you get the bounce off of that bottom right there, if you got that move right there at 100, what is it, $1.80? What number did it go to? Went to $1.84. If you got it at $1.84 yesterday, you're already up 10%. So that was a pretty good move. Tau is breaking down again. Remember I told you that Tau was not doing very well. It was running up against $300, and then it was starting to break down. Like, we weren't seeing that move, so we have to see a correction at some point. And then we come look at it and we say, well, what about Fibonacci? Let's get our move here. And guess what? It looks like we went right into the 0.618, and from the 0.618, it looks like the buybacks are starting to happen. Now, I don't know if that's going to maintain. I don't know if we're going to continue in an uptrend, but for right now, looks pretty good. From here to here, again, looks pretty good. We're not in bad shape over here. Now, we are still in outflow mode right here. We're not seeing positive right there, but we have a 40 on the RSI, meaning that the strength is starting to show back up. I got a feeling that we're going to see another big rally here, and it's going to go a little bit higher this time. So if I'm looking at it from that context, and I'm looking for like where is it going to go next, and you know, I don't really have a good guess right there. I could maybe, you know, I see from the bottom here to the top up here, kind of get that look right there, and then they're going to make an educated guess of the bounce is going to come up here into 320, 325, somewhere in that range right there. Might as well make it 340. Yeah, I think that's going to be the next move right there for Tau. So if you don't have any, probably should get some. BNB still holding up pretty well, but again, it was holding up very well, just like Tau, and then it started to break down. So when we look at it from that, let's remove all of that, and you can see here we're on a green day today so far, having a little bit of a move up 0.5%, but we had that big wick yesterday where they just started gouging everybody. Avalanche, same thing here. We're having that breakdown. So we're having the breakdown. Where are we going? So, all right. Simplify. All right. Our bounce is right there. And we're bouncing from right there. So this is your entry position. Remember, when you're looking at a move and you've got a floor, which we have a floor right there. You've bounced above. Now you're coming back down. That means your entry position is right there for a bounce up here into this 18-19 range. So if you are looking for an opportunity to score on Avalanche, I got a feeling that this is going to be an opportune moment to score on Avalanche. Now, the other part to that is, don't forget that this was the last move a couple of times ago. So through, what is this, November? Through November 21, we've been in a very tight sort of range right there. So if this does in fact play out from 12 to 14 with 5x, if you got in right now, that's about a 20% move. 5x means 100%. So if you put in $1,000, probably make $1,000 off of it. Go long and don't fade. Luna Classic not holding up very well. It's still in the positive. It's still, again, we're trend line, and trend line still looks good. So until the trend line is broken, then we're not going to redo anything. We're just going to say this is an entry position right there at that spot, and there it is again. So I do think that it wants to trade in a volume range, and when we kind of zoom out right here, the volume range is right there at 62. So I think we're going to return to the volume range at some point very, very soon. All right. So now when we zoom out, by the way, it only gets stronger in that range. It doesn't get weaker in that range. So again, I suspect that we're going to see a nice little rip to that range coming up very, very soon. Trump meme coin about to go down below $4. Look, I thought it was going to break out. We're looking for it to break out. We're trying to get that. And by the way, remember, we were talking about this at 2.97 trillion market cap. We're at 3.1 trillion right now. So we did have a bit of a relief rally. Now we're just trying to establish a little momentum. And, you know, in fairness or unfairness to the current administration, Trump administration not doing very much to fix anything right now. Not publicly, not on the surface. So, you know, we're hoping that we start to see some moves that are going to be good for crypto and not just moves that are destroying everything, while at the same time telling you everything's fine. Everything's so much cheaper. You can't believe how much cheaper things are. Shut up and stop spending so much money. It's so much cheaper. By the way, you know, look, I got to say this, okay? The rich, they don't shop. They don't shop, okay? So if you are basing your opinion on what Donald Trump says, he doesn't shop. He has no idea. He's looking at the same data that you hate every Democrat for using. Let that sink in for just a moment, okay? You go look and you tell me, are prices down? If prices are down, we can shut up about it. And if they're not, we have to hold out for a little bit more. So I don't know what's going to happen there. All right. Yeah, we're not doing Monday. Or we're not doing the 9 a.m. All right, so Near Protocol broke all the way down. Same thing. Really, does it not look like a mini scam wick over here? Did we not get scammed by Wintermute one more time? Ondo, same thing. Ondo, by the way, take Ondo right now. Go long on Ondo, up to 54 cents. Pendle, go long on Pendle, up to $2.40. SWE, yeah, shit. SWE's not looking great. Let's remove. Let's get out of this zone here. Let's get out of this zone here. Let's look at it from where it is right now. Don't touch SWE. Dev. You know, I keep telling people to buy the dip. I keep telling people to buy the dip. I don't have it. I'm not unconfident, or I don't lack confidence in what the team is doing, but I don't know what the team is doing. Okay. I reached out to them. I asked again for some kind of partnership so that we can talk about it, so that just like Definity, who put theirs on the line, that we would have Dev down here at the bottom of the screen. And we could do something with that. And I reached out to them over and over and over and over again. But I have no idea. Now, the one thing that I do want to say is Tom has been very loud in chats talking about all of the things, but look, we're beyond that. Nothing's going to move the price until they actually move the price. Nothing's going to get together until they get their shit together. You know what I'm saying? Like they got to do something. They got to make a move. Otherwise, you know. Now the other thing is, Definity had a nice little rip, had a nice little recovery. Remember, I got a bunch right here. Okay, so I'm up significantly right now, but they partnered with the Midnight Foundation. The Midnight Foundation. I'll show you what happened over here. Ultimately, I think Definity's in a very good place. Okay, I'll say that. I'm gonna say that. I think that I think they're gonna be in a very good place. Midnight Network over here. If you look at Midnight 16 hours ago, they did this random post here, this random post here. Midnight Foundation right there. History of the world. No. And no, nothing really from Midnight, not from the Midnight Network. Now the Midnight Foundation, on the other hand, all right, so they actually did a thing here where and by the way, they didn't name the token. I don't know why this is the most complicated like BS thing I can even imagine here. Midnight Foundation reposted Liquidity Finder. I don't know what that is, but they reposted breaking. Midnight Foundation taps Bloomsbury Money as exclusive partner for global FX cross-border payments and employee debit cards. This partnership bridges privacy-focused blockchain tech with regulated financial infrastructure. Check out the full article right there on Liquidity Finder. Now, it's only got 1,100 views because this was not a big deal. Like, they didn't treat it like a big deal. Now, who is the developer of Midnight? Charles Hoskinson. What is Charles Hoskinson doing right now? Spiraling out of control, attacking Ripple, attacking anybody who will listen. You know, this guy's only 37 years old. Looks like he's 94. So, Definity didn't get the rub that they were looking to get off of this partnership with Midnight Foundation. That does not mean that it won't happen. When I asked, I said, you know, what would the announcement be? And it gave me an estimate. Grok gave me an estimate of about 5x. But then it said about 15 to 20x over the course of the next 30 days. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold on, because Midnight Foundation didn't do anything with the announcement. Bloomsbury did, but they have a very small group of people. You know, what we needed to see, or what we would like to have seen, would have been Charles Hoskinson chilling out just a little bit and not attacking other cryptos. That's not healthy, I don't think. But what we wanted to see was, we wanted to see him make an announcement saying, hey, you know, this is what we're doing, and it's the DEFX token. Nobody even knows it's a DEFX token. So I think over the next couple of days, we're going to see some movement finally from Definity as we get the notion out there that they've partnered with this major foundation. You know, they're, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see. You've got the partnership, you've got everything that you've needed, and now you've got a 10% dip today because somebody who bought 3 days ago is like, oh, wait a minute, I bought 3 days ago. Duh, why would I hold on to it for more than 4 days? I don't know. It's fucking people are just the worst, okay? Makes no sense, but we'll see what happens. Arrow. Again, great time to accumulate Arrow for an upside move. I still think that the upside move is coming. The market looks like it wants to price in some positive price movement. API 3 is down at the bottom of the range. Guys, every time I say this, it comes down to this, and then it spikes super hard. Last time it was $1.45. The time after that was $1.73. Like, this could be just one of those huge runs that you get on API 3. Don't know. Aster at 62 cents right now, up a little bit on the day, the same as BNB. So maybe we're getting a little bit of that CZ Binance action. Centrifuge, nothing happening over there. Conflux, nothing happening there. Fias is down 12%. Again, I told you before, what I'm looking for is a break back down to a penny. Once it comes back down to a penny, I'm going to go deep. I'm going to ape into it hard. If we don't get that range, I'm not going in. But if we do get that range and we get down to 1 penny again, if we get that opportunity, then I am going to scalp this, and I am going to go in hard for this next move, which tends to go down and then back up here into this range again, like clockwork. So, and we've seen it here to here. We've seen it here to here. We've seen it almost here to here, almost here to here, definitely here to here. And we're looking at it possibly playing out here one more time on the way up. So it looks pretty predictable right now. I don't know that it's not gonna break down or anything like that, which is why I'm holding out for 1 penny. We get to 1 penny on Fias, and I become a massive buyer. Link is breaking down despite the fact that the New York Stock Exchange had a whole bunch of people talking about NYSE Link. You can see right here in the programming, like, these guys are stupid, okay? These guys are idiots. Yes, it's in the code. What's in the code? What are Forex? What are metals? What are WTI? That's crude, Brent crude, by the way. New York Stock Exchange, LSE, Terra, and then it says right here, constant market to find ID record market string. Forex is going to use Chainlink, not for transactions, but for getting the price. Metals, Chainlink. WTI, Chainlink. New York Stock Exchange, obviously the New York Stock Exchange. LSE, obviously LSE. Etc. Same place. TradeGate, 6, Euronext. So it's using an oracle for what it's used for. It's not, New York Stock Exchange is not programmed on Chainlink. This is stupid. Stupid people make stupid posts like this, but they don't care. They cared that they got 175,000 people are dumb enough to go, oh yeah, that makes perfect sense. Link, which cannot settle in a second because it takes multiple seconds in order to settle, is going to be the one that they're going to do it on. That's just, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, Jesus Christ. Anyway, so that's not happening, despite people saying that that's going to happen. Now, inflows on the ETFs, we had outflow on Friday, totaling 394, but we had inflows. Same thing for Ethereum, but inflows on the 16th, totaling 4.7 million. Solana ETF had outflows for the first time, and then on Friday we had the XRP ETF had positive inflows. So Fair Greed Index, we talked about at 32, and total value locked on the DEXs is that's 6, 7, 8. We're still at 8 billion. So we're not attracting retail back yet. So it's just a matter right now of figuring out what that next step is going to be. So there we go. Let's get in chat real quick. How much more patience do we need? My reserves are as good as empty to DCA. We're all feeling that, man. Roy G says, Definity needs to get some of the big Cardano YouTubers to make a video. Yes, that would be good. Muskrat King, how many layers, layer ones does this space need? 1. It only needs 1. George Lopez Garcia, good morning. Good evening. Duke Tang says, what up, Big Daddy Believes? Just living the dream, man. With that, we're done. By the way, new shirt, Chicago Cubs. For those of you that follow me because of the Chicago Bears, let me show you what's going on over there. I can't show you all of it, but let's... Yo dog, code check it. The last video from last night has over 40,000 views. Over 40,000 views, 127,000 views, and 85,000 views. So I'm getting a lot more engagement off of, in case you're following me on TikTok and you're wondering why I don't talk about crypto anymore. Also, be talking about the Chicago Cubs, going to be talking about the Chicago White Sox, going to be talking about the Chicago Bulls coming up pretty soon, and Chicago Blackhawks. We're going to be expanding the channel just a little bit, expanding the brand, if you will. Also, on this one, this video right here has 1,416 likes already in the last 24 hours. I can't show you up here because it doesn't tell you how many views it actually has, which is kind of crazy. But to give you guys an update, it has 41,000 views. So the bear stuff, doing way better than crypto right now. So, same thing for the same thing, by the way, for the YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts doing more. I have like 5 times as much watch time on Chicago Bears as I do on crypto. So, if you're wondering why most of my effort is being put into the Chicago Bears right now, that's the answer. Anyway, that's the show, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you in the morning. It's not financial advice, but I'm always right.